Good evening, Channel Surfers. It's eviction night, and we have Riley, Jimmy, and Kelly on the block. We've got BB Blockbuster, and we've got an eviction. Earlier today, Mama C and I were debating, is Jimmy really going to go home against Kelly or Riley? What do you think, Mama C?
Oh, yes. I definitely think he's going home.
All right, Channel Surfers. Well, let us know what you think in the comments. Of course, by the end of this episode, we'll all know. I'm team Jimmy stays. Mama's team, Jimmy leaves. Let's see what happens.
Remote reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host, side by side. Channel Surfers, let's ride.
Everyone is in their feelings about Jimmy being nominated.
I didn't know he was that well loved.
Keanu is excited. He feels like his two big allies are on the block, Riley and Kelly, and he feels confident that one of them can win the BB Blockbuster and the other one can get the votes. So there's a light at the end of his tunnel. Kelly feels the same way. Jimmy, he says, I'm from DC. I know how to swing some votes. And he storms out with Rachel. Rachel is not happy with Mickey. Ashley is not happy with Mickey. Jimmy asks if he can trust Ashley, and Rachel says yes. Will is not happy with Mickey. So do they not know that Jimmy was making an alliance with Kelly and Adrian? Did everybody miss that memo?
That's what I'm thinking. They have no idea what's going on in the house. They only see what's happening within their little group.
They're that clueless.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a bad move. Zach's happy. Lauren's happy. Vinny's happy. The line that's being drawn that Morgan talks about, who's going to be happy and who's not, it's making me worried.
Well, I mean, from what I see, it's Ashley and Rachel. They're not going to be happy.
And Will is not happy. Who does that leave Morgan and Mickey with?
Vinny and Lauren.
Were they
and
with
Zach?
them?
I don't know. Vinny was with everybody.
That's true. But so was Jimmy. And that was the problem.
Right.
And what was the problem with Jimmy that Morgan and Mickey had last week? It was that Jimmy wasn't talking to them about his nominations. What didn't they do this week? Talk to Jimmy. Waited until a few minutes before the replacement noms. They did the same thing that they're mad at him about. What part of the same thing? Morgan's doing the same thing.
Didn't Zach go up and tell Mickey, like, go and throw somebody under the bus last week and went up and told Mickey? Well, I can't even remember who it was. There's just too many people in this house still.
Anyway, Morgan says there's going to be a thick line drawn, and it looks like it might be leaving Mickey on an island by herself.
Nope, Jimmy's gone, and she'll survive.
Jimmy's gone, but her strong allies, I think they're gone too. Now I have to say, Big Brother is killing it with the B-roll and the sound effects and the noises, that romantic music that started playing when Riley and Kat started hugging. It was just like some romantic novel.
I think Lauren is going to have some business after the show, getting some bridal gowns ready.
Gross. Well, I noticed how you said Lauren and not Mickey, the event planner. Mickey won't have business because they're all going to hate her. Mickey and Jimmy are talking in the backyard, and Jimmy is talking out of both sides of his mouth. On one hand, he's saying, I'm going to win this. I was completely loyal to you. You see him in the diary room saying if he wins HOH next week and whoever he can convince, Mickey's going to be on the top of his get out of the house list. But then he sits there and tells Mickey, if I walk out of this house, it's going to be a big loss for you. No, it's not. You're sitting there saying you're targeting her now. Big loss? Okay.
Look, they don't know how to act unless it is a weenie move.
Get your whistle.
They don't know. Yeah, I had it right here. I can't find it now.
Oh, jeez.
Here it is. Why didn't it work? I'm a weenie. Anyway.
We have the Oscar Mayer weenie whistles now. Perfect timing.
So they don't know how to act because for the past 3 weeks, they've been putting pawns up. Now somebody is making a big move and they want to have hissy fits over it.
Now we're actually playing the game and we're mad about it. We didn't come to Big Brother for this. And Mickey, as always, was being very calm and logical. She was saying, look, Jimmy, I learned from you to put the game above the social relationship. You have to put that aside for the game. Didn't matter. He wasn't putting his game aside for the social relationship.
Now, this is the other thing. He's sitting there, Jimmy is sitting there saying he's loyal to Morgan and Mickey. Yet he's going behind their backs and making alliances with everybody. If you want to talk to somebody, you go back to your alliance members and tell them, look, this is a conversation I had with them.
But he's doing it to protect his game. His game. Yeah, doesn't sound so loyal to me. I was about to vomit when we were watching Catherine and Riley staring into each other's eyes, looking like they're about to start kissing. Then all of a sudden we hear this noise, and I say, thank God, because it stops the kiss right in its tracks. What did you think about the noise?
Oh my gosh. Ava, it was hilarious. She's on the hammock. She's swinging back and forth, saying it's like a magic carpet ride. And I'm just thinking about my other grandson who, when he was like 6, 7 years old, swings in my hammock. And that's what a kid does. You know what? They go into mom and dad's room and knock on the door and disturb whatever is going to be happening. So she's just the big kid in the house.
I would definitely be on the magic carpet hammock ride. I would be bored in that house. No.
Oh, what do you mean? I'd be swinging her and pushing her even higher. Maybe letting her flip around a few times.
Yeah, why wasn't anybody out there playing with her? And then she fell out of the hammock. Ava just plummets onto the hammock. At the beginning of the episode, you see her just eat concrete after the last competition.
Oh, she's precious. I mean, she is. I just love her.
She is precious. I love her too. The whole house does. Riley and Catherine, even though it completely, thankfully, killed their gross romantic moment, they were even laughing at it. And just as a side, I think Kat and Riley are both good-looking people, but Riley's mustache, I can't with that. If you are listening to our 90-Day Hunt for Love coverage, you know when it comes to Rocky, aka Pornstache, Dee and I both have strong feelings about that mustache. It's not the 70s. Do you remember those mustaches from the 70s, Mom?
Yeah, none of them are Tom Selleck. I just have to say that.
Oh, gosh, no. Or Burt Reynolds. They look more like a high school boy trying to grow his first mustache.
Riley's is good compared to Cody when, was it a season or two ago when he was with America? Poor baby.
Get some Rogaine for it. Just rub that in, maybe make it a little thicker. Just go buy a fake mustache. You know, Vinny does his mustache right. Vinny can do a mustache. He's got a nice, thick mustache.
Well, you know what? Cody could have taken America's mascara and did a little bit of filling in.
And Riley could do the same. That's a great idea. But still, it's not going to be a Vinny mustache.
No, but
mustache, you a question, channel surfers. Mustache or no? Put it in the comments. We got to know.
And he needs.
Will and Ashley are trying to figure out how to keep Jimmy. They see that they probably have 4 votes. Will, Ashley, Rachel, and probably Ava. They just don't know how to swing the other 2. One strategy might be to try to change Mickey's mind. Because if you change her mind and she says, I want the house to get one of the other 2 people out, the house don't like to piss people off. They might all just fold and do what she says. Now, it looks like Rachel might be playing Vinny to try to get him to her side because apparently she's giving the cold shoulder to Vinny and Mickey this week. This is a dumb game that Ashley and Jimmy are playing, throwing Rachel under the bus to Vinny, telling Vinny that Rachel wanted you out this week. What are they thinking?
They're trying to get Vinny to vote to keep Jimmy. And
which
I guess they
apparently
know
they want more than Rachel.
They want more than Rachel.
Jimmy, I mean, they're throwing one of their allies under the bus to keep him. You're just digging deeper into this already splintered alliance.
Well, I think they were just using Rachel to convince Vinny to keep Jimmy.
Yeah, but doesn't that also convince Vinny to go after Rachel at some point?
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I thought Ashley made a very compelling argument to Zach. And she said, I'm going to play devil's advocate, aka I'm going to be attorney. Let's look at it from the other side. Zach doesn't know if he could vote Kelly out, which is what Ashley is advocating for, because he would first need to be on the same page as Morgan, Vinny, and Lauren. He can't make a decision on his own. But Ashley, I think one of the most compelling things she says is, if you're on the block, do you want to be on the block against Kelly? Because she's won the last 3 blockbusters. Again, she's only against 2 people in his blockbusters. She's not playing against a Zach she was playing against a will. So I don't know how strong that argument is, but it was probably one of the better points she made. And it had Zach thinking, at least, as deeply as he could think about this. BB Blockbuster, this looks like a roulette wheel, and it has black tiles and 3 orange tiles. And it reminds me of that competition with Frankie Grande. Didn't he do one like this where you have a ball and you're kind of on a rolling, moving board?
Something, it was a vertical board.
That's right. They had the strings.
Yeah.
So you have to roll the balls into the 3 red spots. Riley, boom, boom, boom. He gets it. He walks over to the button to push it. He doesn't even have to run. I wonder if his bull riding helped him start this competition.
I don't know.
He probably needs coordination, I would think. He's probably lassoing. I don't know. What did they lasso in rodeos? It's been a long time since I've been to a rodeo.
He rides a bull. I don't know if he lassos anything.
Lassos the bull. That's probably what he lassos. Oh, he rides the bull, though. Okay, I don't know. I'm just imagining him on a horse. Anyway, I guess my brain's on vacation, too. So we got Jimmy versus Kelly. Let's see what happens. Do you still think that Jimmy's gone?
Yes, I do.
That would make the most sense, but this house is so scared of everything, and they've been making such wimpy moves that I don't know. As the house guests come back in from the BB Blockbuster competition, we see Rachel scurrying around the room. I hear her saying, "We've got the votes. Trust me." She's trying to lock everybody in for Jimmy at the last minute. She goes to Ava twice. The second time she goes, "Look, it's the perfect time to get her out." And Ava makes some quick remark and says, "I understand." It almost sounds sarcastic. I don't know if they have been able to swing Ava. She might be the deciding vote for Jimmy.
I don't think this is a good look for Rachel. She's over there, looks like she's orchestrating the whole thing. So the remaining house guests who aren't part of this little whisper session are going to see that Rachel is leading the pack.
She's the puppet master, but she's not being sly about it. She's like playing with the ventriloquist dummies instead of behind a Mr. Rogers setup. So the scramble we saw before the vote continues into the vote. Rachel, she goes in, votes to evict Kelly. As she's walking out down the hallway, she stops Ashley and has some long conversation with her, and then exits. Ashley goes in and votes to evict Kelly. Then Ashley turns around and stops Will in the hall to have a long conversation with him. And Will gives her this look like he did what? So she turns back around, gets in front of Will, opens the door through the crack, screams at Julie, "I am changing my vote to Jimmy." And as Julie is screaming, "No, no, 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 no," she's shutting the door. I don't think she heard Julie, but Julie does say her first vote for Kelly is the official vote. Everybody else voted to evict Jimmy. So by a vote of 9-2, Jimmy is evicted. I don't think there was anything too special about their final speeches, except Jimmy's not wearing pants. He's got a blazer on. He's got a black shirt on. No pants. Maybe it's symbolic.
He's wearing shorts.
Don't
let the viewers who didn't watch it think he had no pants on at all. He had shorts on.
Those biker shorts. I think he was caught with his pants down. After the vote, Rachel is pissed. She's storming around the house. She's got a gorgeous dress on, though. It's like this long, flowy, spaghetti strap, cream-colored dress with like embroidered roses all over it. It's very cute.
Is she wearing Brendan's blazer? Because it looks like she's wearing a man's blazer.
She might be. And when she said, "Have a good week back at school" to her kids, and she looked a little sad, I got a little bit emotional over that.
Oh.
I know. It might have been this drink I just had. Now, Mickey is standing there next to Ashley, and she says, "I wonder who the second vote is." And Ashley's looking at her like, "I don't know. Girl, I don't know." I don't know if she's trying to fool her, if she really thinks that she voted for Jimmy because of that last minute flip-flop. Now, did you...
Never seen anything like that before.
Neither. Has that ever happened? Somebody tried to change their vote?
Especially not after they left the room.
I wonder when it becomes official. When they closed the door the first time? If she had stopped in the room and said it, would that have made a difference? She's a lawyer. She might argue this one. It doesn't really matter. The outcome's the same, potentially. Now, I don't know when the house guests started doing this, but it's become a custom that when they give their vote, as they're opening the door to leave, they just shout out a bunch of stuff to people. Although Rachel did it from the chair. But now it's like, I'm going to say it going out the door. And as I watch it, I think about the days when they would just go in, cast their vote, and walk out. It wasn't like this big, hey, Mama J, which is what Keanu called Julie, Mama C, Mama J. It was just, I vote to evict Will and leave the room. So I was definitely paying attention to these little details that we've seen evolve over the last 20 years. And I can't understand most of the time what these people are saying as they're opening the door and leaving. But I did catch Catherine said, shout out to my mama in heaven. Has she talked about losing her mom?
No, I haven't heard that.
I think this is the first time we've heard that. Maybe they've seen it on the live feed, so we haven't been watching, but she definitely had her mom on her mind tonight. And she was looking like Kate Hudson. Catherine was giving Kate Hudson vibes. Goldie Hawn's daughter. Do you know who Kate Hudson is?
Yeah, I do. I even know who her father is. They used to have a comedy show, the Hudson Brothers.
Who's her dad?
It's one of the Hudson Brothers. I can't remember his name.
I don't know who it is. The Hudson brother.
Emu. It was a puppet emu, and they did a comedy skit with it, and it was hilarious.
When you just did that with your hand, it reminded me of Lamb Chop. All right, well, Kate Hudson's dad, everybody, is one of the Hudson brothers. So about halfway through this episode, I thought we might have the HOH competition because I'm like, wow, we're almost at the votes. But no, the second half of the episode was mostly commercials. What we end with is Jimmy talking to Julie. I forgot that he was targeting Rachel in week 1, but he was. As soon as she came in, he was ready to get her out. And I was surprised that he said his 3 main targets in the house were Zach, Vinny, and Morgan. People aren't trusting Morgan. They're blaming her for this. I also don't understand, though, how Jimmy is saying that people weren't telling the truth, because he sure did pull Keanu and Kelly and try to make an alliance. So what are we missing?
I don't know. Julie did tell him he'd be surprised when he watched it back. So he'd know
surprised
the truth.
That he did it? Surprised
yeah,
that
really.
he formed that alliance? Ooh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah. It's like he's trying to gaslight us.
Well, he's from Washington, D.C. What do you expect?
Touche. Good point. Never trust a politician or a wet fart.
Which Teddy has been, or Teddy or Lola, one of the two have been having a lot
I think
of
it's
them.
Lola. It's very similar to Lily. Dogs. I think it's that medicine.
Oh.
My dogs. Anyway, I just totally sidetracked. Liz always says that. Speaking of Liz, where's Liz? We still don't know. She was thinking about coming to the beach. All right. So on Sunday, we'll have the HOH competition. Wednesday, we'll have the veto and replacement noms. And we'll be back in a week with another live eviction. I think the summer's heating up. I think we're going to have gameplay now. I think we've got some clear lines drawn. Well, maybe not clear. There's so many alliances going on. There's some lines drawn. We just got to see where everybody falls on which side. Tuesday, we'll be back with 90 Day Hunt for Love. Thanks for listening, Channel Surfers. Remember, we want to thank you for giving us a chance for a new podcast. So if you join the Facebook group, or if you leave us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcast with a comment, I have to have the comments. I can put the names in the hat. I'm doing 2 drawings, $50 each. I'm going to tell you right now, Apple Podcast, we have 12 5-star ratings, but we only have 3 comments. So that's 1 of 3 right now. There's a good chance right there. Get in there, leave us a comment, and we will thank you, give you a chance to sweeten your summer because you gave us a chance. All right, Channel Surfers, what a fun Thursday night. Thanks for watching the live show with us, and we'll see you on Sunday. As for now, I'm headed back home tomorrow because my son said he wanted to go see Mama C. He wants to leave the beach and go spend time with his grandma because she's at his house. So tomorrow, we are leaving the beach to hang out with Mama C. Wasn't that sweet?
That was sweet.
So sweet. Good night, everybody.
Good night.